Hey everybody, it's Jeff. This is going to be part 3 of the Hobby Boss GMC Bofors truck dedicated to Jim Steen. You guys are just amazing. My very part 1, the unboxing, posted about 19 hours ago, and I've already had over 540 views. That's just amazing. I really appreciate it, guys. And I picked up probably 25 or 30 new subscribers. So welcome to everybody that's subscribed to the channel, and I hope you enjoy the content. As far as I know, I've got there are at least 5 people that are planning on building this or have already started. Peter at Ozscale Modeling has started his. He showed me a picture of his engine this morning. Jason at Model Kit Stuff has ordered the kit and will be starting it soon. Nigel at Nigel's Modeling Bench, he's got the kit on order and he'll be starting it soon. And another YouTuber, well, another one that comments a lot, he doesn't currently have any content, is Mr. Golden V. He said he's going to build one. And then there are 2 or 3 others that have commented that they're thinking about building it. So this is great. I'm really excited. I hope everybody that can picks one up or maybe has one in their stash and would like to get involved. I did some looking yesterday. We talked about actually I'm on video 2, which you'll be posting here real soon. You'll see it before you see this. There was a part, A22, that was not listed in the instructions. And I've looked all over, and I see it no place else in the instructions, and it looks like a distributor cap. So I've added that in place. I'll show you. I'll put a picture up here in a second of where I put it. But it's funny because the distributor cap only has a place for 5 spark plugs and the coil contact in the center, even though the engine I know was a 6-cylinder GMC engine. Let's go ahead and go down the bench. I've done a couple of little things off camera, and I'll show you what I've done, and then we'll start putting the frame together. Okay? Be right back. Thanks. Okay, guys. I'm sure you can probably hear my furnace running in the background. Sorry about that. There's not a lot I can do. It's 56 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. So yeah, fall is on its way. I did add let's see if I can show you. I'll put a picture up also. Let me get right here. I'll put a picture up. I added that distributor cap. It's about all I've done to the engine. On the tires, I've sanded them all. They all look really good. I've sanded them with a 240 grit. These have got a little bit of a sponge to them, so they won't flat spot your tires. And then I've sanded with a 400 grit. I may go back and sand a little bit with a 600 grit, but they look really good. Okay, so those are pretty good to go. The joints are all real good in them. I didn't see any gaps or anything. And today we're going to start the frame. Ejector pin marks, lots and lots of them. They're probably not going to be seen. Let's see here. Changing the focus around a little bit. I filled these last night, and then I sanded them just a little bit this morning. They're not perfect, but they're a lot better. So I've got ejector pin marks all up and down here. This is a cross member, and there's 2 in that, and this is the front bumper, which we weren't going to use for a while. But there's ejector pins on the back of that may or may not be seen. I just used the Mr. Surfacer 1000. I don't have any 500 right now, or I'd probably use that. I've also got some Mr. Dissolve putty I could have used, I guess. But this works. So I always keep a jar or two of that handy. Also, while I was filling the ejector pin marks, on the bottoms of the fenders, there's a few, and on the bottom of the cab. A lot of this stuff will never be seen, but I like to do it just to make it a little bit of a neater build. So I've filled what I could see. There might be some more stuff I need to fill as I go along. There, the furnace shut down. Okay, so we're good on that. Let's go ahead. Let me pull up my instructions here. I've got them on my other monitor. And we'll get started on this frame. Okay. First thing I need to do is put together a couple of cross members. So we're going to go with the C sprue, and we've got C24. Let me get rid of those. And we're going to need 4 of those, 2 for each cross member. Okay. And C13 is the big one. Goes all the way across. Okay. I'm just collecting parts right now. I'll probably go off camera. Well, I definitely will go off camera and clean them up. So we've got A18 and A21. Let's see. Or A31, I'm sorry. There's A31. I always cut well away from the part. I would rather do that. Okay, there's A31 and A18. It's right here. That's that. And then got to build up a few, or get a few more pieces together. We've got some stuff on the C sprue again. C22. I'm really, it's amazing the number of people that are joining in. I'm really happy with this. Jim was such a nice guy. I'm hoping that everybody will be able to remember him. B. Got B19. B27. And B6. B6. Okay, that's that. And then for the actual engine, or actual frame, I've got the frame rails. This is A4. fairly long vehicle for a 1/35 scale. E66. Okay, we've got an A49. Just looks like an air tank. A28 cross member. And I think we have A1. Yes, A1. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, that should be, see, those are all made up out of parts. There's everything we need for putting the frame together. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera and I'll get this stuff all cleaned up, and then when I come back we'll go ahead and put it together. Okay, I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. I made a small mistake, nothing that I can't work with, but part A31, which is this one here, it had a couple of real small locating pins on both ends, and I didn't notice, and I sanded them off. So just a heads up, if you're working on this piece, watch out for those little locating pins. We've got A31 and A18 will make up the cross member, just like so. Pretty simple. Okay, let's get our airbrush cleaner out here. On this side. Okay, and I want to try and make sure that it's straight. I'll have to be real careful as I put it in to make sure that I get it in the right spot. Okay. We'll let that sit for a minute. Let's see here. Whoops. Something I've noticed that's a little bit of an issue. This hardwood floor, my tables slide around. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but if I lean on them too much, I have to keep pulling them back to me. Okay, we've got C13. These are more pieces of cross members, and then 2 C24s. Pretty simple. Just make sure they're straight. We've got to make up 2 sets of these. I'm just eyeballing things, trying to make sure that it all looks right. Okay, here's the other one. I'd like to build a couple of the different versions of this GMC truck. Hobby Boss makes, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them with different beds and things on them. Might be interesting to have a few. Okay, there we go. And in the back we have something else I'd like to build is some of the bigger trucks too. They made some tow trucks. Well, I don't know if Hobby Boss made them. They might be Trumpeter, but there's some of the bigger, like the white tow trucks and that type of thing, which I think could be really interesting to build. Okay, let's see. This is B27. Then we've got kind of a interesting combination here. Looks to me like it might be easiest to put this part in first. Build this up in pieces. Yeah. Let's see. And that is backwards. I want the bevel to the outside. We'll go this way. Okay. Okay, kind of like this. Not very well located. And this might be easier to put this in first. This will go in, and it needs to go all the way through. There we go. Okay, I'm not going to glue that quite yet. And this will go here. And that'll go through there. I don't think let's see here. Should have done a little more test fitting. Oh, you know, no, those look the same. Thought maybe I had them reversed. Maybe there is a difference. Let's see. Yeah, okay. There's a short side and a long side. And the instructions don't say that, so the short side will go toward the hitch. We need to turn it over. Okay. Good to know. So watch out for that when you're putting it together. The short side will go toward the rear of the vehicle. Okay. There we go. Make sure that's square. Okay. Push it in all the way. And you know, I'm not even going to glue this in until we get the frame put together. That way if I need to shift it just a little bit, I can. Okay, so this part here, which is C22, the pin is located off center. So the long side should be over here and the short side over here. Good to know. Okay, that's all the major pieces. Let's go ahead and start getting this together. I've got some sanding dust in there still. I just use a old toothbrush, kind of clean things. Before I paint anything, I'll clean these real good again with alcohol. Make sure there's no oil from my fingers or anything like that on there. Okay. Okay. Build this up in sections. Too close to the camera, you can't see. Give that a second. Looks square. Let's tuck it against the cutting mat. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll put it in my jig when I get it all done, just to make sure. Let's do it this way. Okay. Put a little more glue on that. Okay. That looks good. Okay. Then we have this, which will go in this way. And I'm going to have to kind of locate this by eye because it's not got its locating pins anymore. Shouldn't be a real problem. I can see it pretty well. Let's see here. Get a little glue in there. Getting some glue on my fingers. Hang on a second here. Okay, that looks straight. Okay. See how we're doing for square. Looks really good. That needs to be turned. I'll give it a couple seconds for that to go off. Okay, next are these, and they've got locating places inside here. There's one, and there's the other. If I can get in there. Doesn't give you a whole lot of space. Might want to pull, let's see here. Nice and straight. Okay, the next one. It is tricky. Okay, that's where it goes. I'm sorry, getting my hands in the way. Not easy to see what I'm doing. Okay, there's that one. Okay, and then we've got this tank. Let me make sure here where we're at. This tank will go here. Like so. Drop a little glue in there. Whoops, am I in the right place? No, I'm not. I need to be back a little farther. It's very difficult to see just exactly where this goes. I think that's it there. Okay. That's where that goes, and then this will go here. Once again, sorry, getting things in your way. There we go. Okay. And then the big one. We have the engine to put in. Get it off my white tack. Okay. And it's going to go right here. Okay, and that looks crooked. We need to, I'm wondering, looks like it needs to go. I'll put it in my jig, but it all looks like it needs to go this way a little bit. I've got one more piece to add, and then we'll put it in the jig. It'll go right here in the front, just like so. Too much. Okay. And the front of that engine just kind of floats there. Ah, that's interesting. Okay. And let's back this up just a little bit. Sorry, I was interrupted there for a second. Not a problem. Everything is square. The way the engine is, I can't bring it back against this edge. But I want to make sure that the frame sets flat, which it does. Okay, I noticed this is turned slightly, which I haven't glued it yet. Okay. That should do it for the frame. I'm not going to disturb it for a little while, so I think I'm probably going to call it a day. And I'm going to let this firm up real good and go around and check it. Make sure I've got the glue joints are all real good and everything. So I'll be back in another video and we'll get some more done. Let me see here, autofocus. I guess that helps. I'll put up a couple pictures before I post this so you guys can see a little closer of how this looks. Okay, talk to you later. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Okay, bye-bye.